Both the P50 and 25 come in tubs, okay? Really portable. I personally like the tubs because we do smaller residential jobs at times, and we find that you could just bring the tubs into a residential property, bring the machine in, crank the lid, drop in the whisk, give it a quick whisk up, agitate it, free it up a little bit, drop the sprayer in, and away we go. The 25 and the 50 come in bags, okay? They're really good if you've got a hopper, okay? So you obviously with the Graco or the Euromair, you just drop it on, give it a little slice, wind it up, and it's really cool actually, it's really cool. You just pull the bag through and all the gear just drops into the hopper. The difference is as well with the bags is you don't have to whisk it up. By the time you've kind of put it through the bag roller, it's enough to kind of agitate it, free it up, drop it in the hopper, start spraying, not a problem. Both products spray really well. I personally prefer 31 tip, but I know a lot of the guys like using anything from the 33, 35. It sprays really nice, and trowels really, really well. So you can use the trowels depending on whether you prefer the trowel. I personally like blades. I find they're really easy to use and it gives me a really nice flat finish. Actually spraying it, troweling it, working it, it's actually really good gear for that. The JUB 25 and 50 I find dries quite quick. It pulls in on itself quite nicely, so when you actually work in the second coat, it just feels nicer. It just gives a really nice result. Overnight, it just dries, and it dries by absolutely white. It's fantastic because the client generally comes in the following day and it looks like we're finished. We haven't even sanded it or painted it. It's quite crazy how white this stuff is. Spray plaster is fantastic until you start talking to plasterers that don't quite understand why we've got to sand it. As decorators, it's pretty straightforward. We spray the gear on, we trowel it up, and then we're going to have a few lines in there, obviously where we've leveled off with either the blade or the trowel, and then what we're going to need to do is give it a sand. Everybody's afraid of the sanding, you know, it's just like, oh my God, it's going to take forever, I'm going to get covered in dust, it's going to be a nightmare. It's really not. As you can see, we use the Mirka Leros. We find it works really, really well. It's got a full 180 tilt on the head, which allows, I don't know, it's got like a real good balancing point that you can go up and down the wall really nice with it. Well, it's effortless, to be honest with you. It's got a 225 orbital head, so you cover a lot of area and it gives a flat finish. But the thing is with the JUB, it doesn't get airborne. It seems to be, if it does drop, it seems to drop to the floor. It's quite granular. Most of the time it just gets sucked up obviously with the extractor as we're sanding. Last bits we might go around and do a little bit by hand, but it's only the corners, maybe around the windows, around the sockets. And again, like I say, it doesn't get airborne. It sands, I'm not going to say it sands too easy because that would make out that it's a really soft product. It's not. It sands really well. We don't have a problem dealing with the JUB system at all when it comes to sanding. We're not fazed by it at all. Right, as you can see, we use JUB quite a lot down here at the PaintTech Academy. We do a lot of training with it. We are the only guys that have actually designed and delivered a 2-day City and Girls intensive weekend course. Okay, it's an assured course for spray plaster, and we use JUB quite extensively within the course. It's really good for the students to get to grips with spray plaster. It's just one of those plasters that kind of, like I said before, it's good as a backing coat with the 25, but it's really, really nice to work with the 50. The other thing as well, it dries really quick, it dries white, so when they're able to come back on the second day, sand it and then paint it to get the overall concept and finish, it works really, really good.